What is up, gentlemen? NYK31 here, Madden 19. Some online gameplay. I'm playing online Regs, and I've been wanting to try the Minnesota Vikings. I'm looking forward to this for about a month now. Kicking off with the Minnesota Fighting Irish, aka the Minnesota Vikings. We got Harrison Smith and Kyle Rudolph, and that's the only people we care about. Nah, just kidding. They got a lot of players who I really like. I love Stephon Diggs. I really like Thielen and Cook, and I love their defensive line. You know, I'm just a freaking whore for speed rushers. You got Danielle Hunter and Everson Griffin. Anthony Barr is the user linebacker extraordinaire, and you have Xavier Rhodes. So you got some nice little pieces here to have a lot of fun playing with, and only thing you're really missing is really a stud offensive line. You can't have everything. So this guy here, honestly, he's not that good. You see here, he's going to come out and empty four verts. His offense basically consists of that, running a swing screen to Kamara, and just trying to chuck the ball downfield and blitzing as much as humanly possible. When I think of a casual, this is the kind of guy who I think of. He's probably a Saints fan, you know, enjoys watching his Saints on a Sunday, and fires up Madden for a little bit of leisure, and wants to just kind of just have some fun and chuck the pill around a little bit. But anyway, you got to kick the user rust off some way, and the only way you're going to get your feet wet is by jumping in and playing people. So you don't have any control of who's going to be your opponent. So you just got to beat them all. He ran play action crossers there. You know, nothing that's really throwing me for a curveball. And this is only my second or third game against a live person, so I'm not really in my rhythm yet. I'm going to make some what I call Madden 18 mistakes when it comes to my user control player and being a little bit late or out of position and not really gauging, you know, my movement right and missing plays. And even, you know, passing the ball, my timing just isn't there. So something's a little bit different with the timing of some of the plays that I'm used to running. But yeah, I just got to get the reps in. And here he's actually moving the ball pretty well. Anderson Senda, Zhao let me down there on that play over the middle, and there Michael Thomas just got a press break. And I don't know, this had to be an accident. He goes into hurry up and does the fake spike and probably didn't know how to get out of it or call timeout, or didn't bother calling timeout, so he gets himself in second and the 16. And again, he's in bunch quads empty, and again just trying to fling the ball downfield. It's into traffic, and fortunately it's not INT'd, so it's third and long. I'm only going to be rushing 3, and one little thing that I found out, this is a straight cover 4 drop, but one thing I found out the other day that I was not aware of is that if you protect the sticks, you will convert match coverage into spot drop, which actually makes sense, and then you can do your over the top and underneath shadings for your cloud flats and hard flats, and the whole defense will play a spot drop coverage, as opposed to if you come out in a match coverage and you do over the top and under or underneath. What ends up happening is that you have half your defense playing match coverage, half your defense playing spot drop, and really bad things happen when that occurs. As you could expect, really bad things would happen in real life if that happened, and really bad things happen in Madden when that happens. So if you were not aware of that, now you know. So I'm on offense here, and as far as the Vikings playbook on offense and defense, I actually don't like their defensive playbook at all. I don't like defensive playbooks that don't have both a dollar and a quarter formation. They have only a quarter, and they have a 3-3-5 wide nickel to go along with nickel wide 9, nickel double A gap. I mean, I get that kind of makes sense with the theme of how they play defense, but it's just not a combination of plays defensively that I like. Offensively, their playbook is okay. They've got some decent spread sets here. They have some nice stuff out of the I form and single back. Nothing too snazzy, but functional. I'm going to get the playbook review series started earlier this year, so we'll go over all those playbooks and all the goodies that are in them, and you know what's good, what's bad, what can be done better. as there I scored a TD. I got stripped from behind. Got to make a mental note to cover the ball when I'm around guys who like to do that kind of stuff. The user ball strip is pretty effective as of right now. And make sure that I have my, fingers ready to press on R1 to cover the ball in traffic. So now he's in no huddle mode. I'm in cover 3 cloud. I got a spy in there, and that obstructs. He tried to do a little double drag there. He hot righted one of his verticals to a drag behind a slot shallow cross. There's a swing pass to Kamara. So that's basically, his MO. I'm kind of mixing up when I'm playing spot drop and when I'm playing match dropping a spy, and Drew Brees just gets crushed. Fumble there would have been great, but he's actually going to get on the board here. Actually, he's going to go for it. No, he's kicking the field goal. So he's going to kick the field goal here and get on the board, 7-3. I have absolutely no concern about losing this game whatsoever. I just don't see him scoring a touchdown, and I feel like I'll be able to move the ball pretty much whenever I feel like it, because he's not really doing anything all that creative on defense. Here he plays press cover 4 palms and gets bombed over the top late in the half. Not a good play call for that situation. Not good. Especially since I'm not going to fool around testing Marshawn Lattimore very much. So I'm back on offense. Got a lot of plays like that with auto motion, Z-spot, flanker drives, tosses. And they have a lot of good West Coast concepts out of shotgun as well. Very much a quote-unquote spread coast feel to their playbook. I found I had no trouble just diving in and finding stuff that I would like to execute. So anyway, we're up 21-3 just like that. And based on how this game is going, he is not long for the world. Tried a little wide sail. Here's a nickel 335 wide. There's the dime. You see quarter, but you don't see any dollar. That's just a pet peeve of mine. And I expect them to come out and empty. And we're going to man it up. I'm going to manually jam the tight end. I'm going to inside shade. I have Xavier Rhodes in there covering Michael Thomas. And remember, in Madden 18, the problem we had with press inside shade not covering inside breaking routes, well, as he snaps the ball here, you're going to see that that drag is stoned. Xavier Rhodes has the goods in press coverage. And incomplete, 4th and 9. There's no doubt my mind is going to try it again. Again, I'm manually pressing the tight end there with Anthony Barr. I hold him up. Xavier Rhodes, shade inside, press man. INTs it, turnover on downs. I'm going to stream later on this evening or tonight. I'm going to do some man coverage and just general overall labbing on stream. I'll take off there with Kirk Cousins and just try to see what man coverage can handle and what it can't. And really start getting into the nuts and bolts of the game now that we're into the first week, or into the end of the first week. Just really get to the scheming portion of our Madden year while it's early. I just want to put this game away and get it over with. I'm going to tempt fate here and test play action here. Just a 3-man route. See what kind of protection I get. Actually get some pretty good protection, but I don't really feel confident in anything there, so I just chuck it away. Almost punch it in there at Dalvin Cook. Get caught just shy. No need to go for it. Just go up 24-3. And that was outside zone as well. Always nice to see outside zone blocked well when it should be. Had the numbers there. So now it is close to the end. I'm going to stay in match press quarters, play action. Look at how nice and aware Harrison Smith is, matching that post right across the middle, but I'm there as well, and I user INT it. And the other post outside was matched too. Very well done out of press quarters, and that is going to be the end of him. He's going to eject now, and we're going to have another opponent coming up right after we get out of this game. Come on, eject. So there he's done. But the very next game, same exact team. Run into the Saints again. I initially thought it was the same user, but it's not. So this guy was better. This guy had more of an idea of what he wanted to do. So, we'll see what kind of resistance, or you'll see, I already know what kind of resistance he threw up, but we'll see what he's got. I'm kicking off again. And outside of people who I play for CFM and whatnot, I'll probably be doing this for a little while longer, as my little mutt team is nowhere close to, I shouldn't say nowhere close, but it's not quite ready to take on anyone on the field in a live game. So I'm just grinding solos in the auction block and, just trying to build the team up. So we're quite a ways away from that. So yeah, we'll be doing this. And I'll probably play the Vikings for a little while. I mean, they're a lot of fun. And then after the Vikings, I'll probably move on to the Jags. And you guys can throw out teams you want to see me play online with, and I'll accommodate. And get the Playbook Review series also kicking off as well. We're in full Madden swing. But anyway, he came out in single back tight, so it definitely got my meta radar tingling, then tried to run there. Looked like he had a one-cut fail, probably was trying to sprint, and now we're in pistol bunch. So here comes the crossers, and that's the value of Anthony Barr. Even though I was a little bit behind, I was able to reach and knock the ball out or get a knockout. Gonna try some man one here. I dropped another spy in there. I got 2 spies in there, and again, that's Trey Waynes letting me down again. That's a common theme with this team. And you're not gonna fake out Harrison Smith with a fake dive and a pitch. That's just not gonna happen. The dude is just too aware. Playrec is just too good, and he's just too good. So 3rd and 6, and that's an INT. If old man Terrence Newman did not pick it, and the corner would have. He should have gone to the flat, but got greedy. Tried to force a corner out in there. So we're back on offense. Shotgun ace. I always like to have a shotgun ace formation in a playbook. I really like 2 tight ends, whether it's single back or shotgun. 2x2. And I go nowhere. So light box here. And this guy, he pretty much plays it pretty predictable. When he's in 3-4, he's pretty much in cover 3 cloud all the time. When he's in nickel, it's more often than not man-to-man coverage. And he's leaving linebackers on the field quite a bit, so he's not base aligning, so if I have numbers in the box, I'm just going to run it every dang time. I put the angle route out there. He was actually on his linebacker that time, I think, and I shot Cooks out there behind Kyle Rudolph. Again, I'm just going to wait for him to drop back and just, go right underneath him. Nice under center drag here. Y cross. And that's a case of me just being a little bit rusty with my timing and my reads. I could have waited a little bit longer and had the deeper post in between the hook and the safety. I'll get that kind of stuff out of my system, soon enough. Just one of those things. So we're back on defense, and I play just a straight cover 4 drop, where I changed cover 4 quarters to cover 4 drop again, protect the sticks, and then I shaded underneath for hard flats on 1st down, in case he wanted to hit a quick hitter, but didn't quite go as planned. So he's back in single back tight, runs a toss. I think a bad angle there, so he's on the move here a little bit. Back to a bunch, and we're on the crossers. We're not quite able to get there, but we get the knockdown. So 3rd and 10. I need to find a blitz that I like to throw in here in situations, even though I'm not really a heavy blitzer. I like to have a strong, base pass rush, and occasionally throw in a 5-man rush here and there. But I'm not a really heavy, rush 6, rush 7, kind of 10-6, 10-7 kind of guy. I never have been, you guys know that. So I'm going to lay back here in 3-3-5 nickel Tampa 2. I am the Tampa 2 guru after all. I try to sucker him into throwing that deep post, but he comes off of it and gets some of it back to 4th and 4. Going to drop a spy there. Going to play some straight cover 3, and he runs stick, and Senajau cannot break that up, so he is still alive. Single back tight again. At that time I brought a blitz, but he swung it out to Kamara. So, you know, you see the song and dance he's doing here. A lot of single back tight, a lot of pistol bunch. And he's trying to send crossers all over the place or check down to Kamara on the flat. And that right there is why they absolutely cannot touch this pass rush. Leave it the way it is. When a guy as good as Daniil Hunter is out there and you hold the ball like that trying to get tons of crossers down the field and you don't have time to let them develop or have them develop, that's what needs to happen. Man coverage here. Again, manual press, and I inside shaded the two-man under. Get the INT. I got beat off the line a little bit, but I was able to hurry up and close some space and still be close enough with Anthony Barr to make the user INT. Pop a little screen there, some good blocking. So kind of want to get aggressive here and punch something in before the half. Spread 2x2. This is a really nice pass play. I have 2x2 spread. You got a dagger concept to the left and a seam and an out to the right. Pick which level you want to attack or pick which side you want to attack and go from there. I was wanting to take a shot with Thielen down the sideline one-on-one. I don't want to fool around on the left-hand side where Lattimore is, but I saw Cooks delay out there, so I decided not to be greedy and take what's there. Nice little one cut there in the inside zone on the march. Get the hurry up going on. I'm going to try this Y cross again, but I don't have, I didn't realize I didn't have Rudolph out there. I have Laquan Treadwell, but he's not open anyway, so trying to get some yards on the scramble, you just throw the ball away. That's a bit of a bummer. Here, I make sure Rudolph is on the field, but he's not in the slot, unfortunately. I didn't like anything there, so I just throw it to Kyle and call timeout. I'm going to kick the field goal here to go up 6-0. So a chance to get into the end zone there, go to the wayside. But, you know, again, I feel pretty good defensively. I have a pretty good grasp of what he's going to do. So I just feel like if I don't turn the ball over and don't make any mistakes on defense or don't have any weird breakdowns, I should be fine. He overruns me there. I cut inside, gain 6 yards. Dalvin Cook is pretty shifty. He's got some shifty to him. Shallow cross, Kyle Rudolph. And when you've run flanker drive a few times off this auto motion, you can throw a pitch out there. Gain some yards there. Probably could have cut outside. But I gained about, what, 5-6 yards on that. Angle route there. A little old school West Coast action. Angle route to the fullback. Somewhere Bill Walsh is smiling. 3rd and 9. I know he's going to be in man coverage. I'm going to dial up some deep comebacks here in a post. But what I did not anticipate was him blitzing, and I had all kinds of open people. Both Diggs and Thielen were open on the cuts, but my QB's on his back, so what can you do? Really long field goal here. We get just enough on it, and it is good. So 9-0. 2-possession game, and we're feeling pretty good. Whenever we have a 2-possession lead, I feel good. Very fortunate that that was not picked off. But he's in a mode now where he's being super predictable. As soon as I see what formation is coming out in, I pretty much know what he's going to do. This will likely be a play-action shot play or a slant or a corner or something like that, but nothing is open, and Harrison Griffin gets in again. Punish people for holding the ball and not being decisive. 3rd and 17, and here I just got to bring some noise here, but I rush 3 and I do a bad job with my user. Again, that's just rust. That's just user linebacker rust there. Getting too far outside and not being able to get back in. Bad job by me. And he runs pitch. So I let him off the hook there. That's never a good thing. Can't be doing that. Bring the noise, get him off the field or force a turnover and make him eject. So he's back again. No huddling. We're in man. I think we're in man. But either way, we get the deflection and it comes right to me for the user INT. And we were not in man, we were in actually cover 6 inverts, so all is well. Back on offense, and here he brings 10 guys up into the box. And there's Diggs there, all by his lonesome, so I'm going to max protect here. I'm going to only send 2 guys out, and as soon as I see him with some separation, we are going to let it go over the top. And only thing missing there was a TD, but hey, I'll take it. So, come on, let's score here and put this game away. It's 9-0 with 3 and change left. Now there's 2:30 and change left. I didn't do very well on my first 2 attempts, so we're just going to run a draw and kick the field goal. Screw it. I basically threw the ball away twice. I didn't like what it was, out there. I didn't want to force anything, so whatever. Here comes pistol bunch and crossers again, and this is a tough formation to play man against, as I suspected it would be. And of course, there's Trey Waynes getting beat like a drum. He is clearly the weakest link amongst the corners. So we're going to get out of that. Going to go back into a cover 3. And basically, we just don't want to give up anything big. $1:58 left. Just don't want to give up any chunk yards. Make this clock whittle down. I'm going to be in 3 double buzz here. One of my favorite coverages in the game for the past few years now. I like to mix this in the old Tampa 2 type scheme. Again, just keep them in bounds, make the tackle, keep that clock running. Now this formation I can play man-to-man against if I so chose, but I'm going to stay in cover 2 here, Tampa 2 here, and how did I not? I thought I could, cut through and INT that, cross his face and INT it, but I could not. Didn't get the knockout either. I'm not a Trey Waynes fan right about now. And there he gets beat again. I gotta go to the depth chart and see if there's anyone else I can use at the slot corner spot because, yeah, that's not gonna make me very happy. So here we're gonna jump into cover 3 out of press. He's sending all 3 guys vertical, or all 4 guys vertical rather, and Xavier Rhodes is there. We know we can trust Xavier, so that'll put a bow on this game. So, didn't get into the end zone offensively, but it proved not to matter, and we pitched a shutout. So there we go. 2 games with the Vikings in 1 video, both against the Saints. Hope you guys enjoy. Shoot out some teams you would like to see me play with online below, and we'll make it happen. We'll get the playbook review series popping as well, and we'll start getting things moving for Madden 19. Talk to you all later. Peace.
For them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hard-working crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.